Hey YouTube, Matt M. Roy back again. Well, today I'm coming to you from the TV room of my house. My room is actually right over here, and as you can see, we're definitely packing. We're going to be leaving early tomorrow morning, probably around 5 a.m. But this video's not about that. This video is about the computer setup that I just finished for the family. Actually, it's my mom's computer, but I never showed this one in a video before, and I thought this was a pretty interesting setup. As you can see, her TV here is a Dynex. This is a 40-inch LCD Dynex set from about 2010. It's a decent enough TV. It's not my favorite, but it's got a decent picture. Under that, we have an old school Daewoo stereo VCR, because my mom and I both love watching VHS tapes, so definitely have to have that in here. Right next to that is a Toshiba Blu-ray player, which is god awful. Sorry about that, but yeah, it does the job, but it's really a crappy player. The motor is very loud. It's not so bad with a Blu-ray, but if you put a DVD in this thing, it definitely sounds like a jet taking off, and that sound is the whole time you're watching the movie. This is just to show you what this actually is. It's the Toshiba Blu-ray disc player model BDX 2150. So if you ever see those, just stay away from them. But the main focus of this video is going to be about this gateway tower that I set up for. Now, this is the tower that I used to have in my room. This is the one that was near the my closet, where I now have that Dell computer that dual boots Windows 7 and Ubuntu. I don't think I ever did a specific video about this computer. I don't know why, because I've actually had it for about 5 years. But before I turn it on, let's go over the specs. Up top here, it has a dual layer DVD burner, and it is dual layer. You can see that right there. Underneath that is just a DVD-ROM CD burner combo drive. There we have a 8 or 9-in-1 memory card reader. I can't remember exactly. Little USB port. Right now I have the wireless card in there. Power button. And then down here you have your audio in and out, FireWire, and 2 more USB ports. That one is for the keyboard and mouse. Now, here's the model of this computer, what it was originally. It was a GT5238E, and there's what it was originally. It still has the Core 2 Duo 6300, which is a 1.86 gigahertz CPU. I added a better graphics card. Still has the same DVD burners. It actually only has 120 gigabyte hard drive now, because my mom didn't need one quite that big, and the original 250 actually went bad. It's running 4 gigabytes of memory instead of 2, and there you go, it's a 9-in-1 memory card reader. And it is a BTX style case, which means that it's actually like ATX, only exactly the opposite. There's a giant fan in front here, and the CPU sits right behind it, so it sucks the air in from the front, cools the case, and then sucks it out the back there. It's actually a very, very good design. I mean, I really don't understand why I did away with them. I understand that newer computers don't really need the same amount of cooling, but still, it was an awesome design. This computer never runs hot at all. So let's go ahead and I will turn this on. Got to turn the TV on first. And I have to switch it to HDMI 2. And then we can turn the computer on. You can hear the fan kind of tests itself before it actually engages the post. I don't think the post screen shows up on this TV. It Just has something to do with the way the TV's set, the refresh rate. I don't think it can handle the post. Yeah, see, it starts right with booting Windows. And I wish I could show you guys the back of this, but it's really, really hard to get out. So while that's booting, I'll go ahead and show you what else I have hooked up to here. This is just your standard FiOS box, nothing different than any of our other TVs have. And then here, you can see this Harman Kardon speaker system. This is the one I got in that box of speaker systems from the garage sale. And they definitely have a pretty good sound. This is the bass tube. And then the two satellite speakers are up here. One on this side and one on this side. And it's really cool. The way you actually control it is on top of here. It's just volume up, volume down. Unfortunately, the bad part of this is it's very hard to turn off because the actual power switch is behind this unit, so it's really inconvenient. So most of the time we just leave it on. I don't think it's using too much power though, because it kind of does go into a standby. Alright, so now that we have the computer booted up, I'm going to sit down for a minute and I'll show you the specs of this computer. It's actually pretty decent for what we do. We pretty much watch movies with it, and my mom plays her Luxor games. Alright, there we go.
Avast virus database has been updated.
Yep, I am running Avast on here, and it does that every time I boot up. Here are the specs. It's a Core 2 Duo, 6300 series, running at 1.86 gigahertz. Has 4 gigabytes of RAM, and it is running the 64-bit version of the operating system. Windows Experience gives it a 3.5. I'm trying to remember why here. Hang on a second. There we go. Okay, the 3.5 is because of the gaming graphics. It actually has a fairly decent card in here. It's a GeForce 7300. I don't remember exactly what model it is, so we'll take a look at that real quick. There we go. It's a GeForce 7300 LE with 128 megabytes of built-in video memory. So again, not a bad little video card. Get the hard drive here. The hard drive, as you can see right there, is... Actually, I'm sorry, there's a 160. I thought it was a 120 I actually put in there. So you have a little bit more space, but you can see we're hardly using anything. Still got 113 gigabytes free out of the 148 that Windows can use. And I've already put a bunch of music on here. Well, I want you guys to hear the speaker system, and of course, because of the YouTube copyright police, the only thing I can play is my old high school choral CD. So we're going to go ahead and try that right now. If I don't drop it. I'm using the mini DV camcorder, so this is really, really difficult to do one-handed. Go ahead and put that in the CD-ROM. I actually have not loaded it on this computer, so got to do it this way. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and use VLC, which I have right down here. Bear with me just for a minute, guys. I'm not used to doing this left-handed. This will give you a vague idea of what the speaker system sounds like. It really has excellent sound, good bass, good response as well. Actually, let's do it this way. See, Sandrift is number 7 on here. Actually, let's just use Winamp because it's set to do that by default. So here is the sound quality of these Harman Kardon speakers. Uh-oh. Looks like we got a fail here. Winamp did not like this, so let's see if we can actually run this through VLC, because I know VLC will play this just fine. There we go. That's very strange. I wonder if the drive is going bad. I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and put it in the top drive and see what happens. That's not a big problem. I actually have a couple extra drives for this computer, so if that bottom one is going bad, I can definitely replace it. See if it finds it. There we go. Just open. Let's open it with, oh, started. Power DVD, I don't want to play that. We're going to open track 7, if it'll let me, with VLC. Let's see if that works this time. Still having an issue. It might be an issue with VLC. Let's try to run that with Winamp again. Let's try to find it. Oh, here we go. Fast forward a little bit. Oh, and look, Simon decided to join us. Hey, buddy. You like the music? Alright, so that is it for this song. Not too bad. I wish you could really hear the bass. Unfortunately, this song doesn't have a lot of bass, but the high end is really good. So, anyway, that was a quick review of this setup that we have in the TV room. I'm pretty happy with this right now. This should last me for a couple of years, especially with the few things we really do in here. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please remember to like and subscribe, and have a blessed day, everybody.